the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They'll run on first down. Swift. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. This offense has a lot to account for, but at the top of the defense's list is OBJ.
I'm not sure how you really game plan for him because no matter what you do, he finds a way to uncover himself downfield. And the speed gets it from his mom, a former sprinter at LSU.
From the 31, Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Prescott now. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Prescott now from the 50. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
You ain't doing nothing today.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On second down, Swift fighting his way down to about the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. A look at the starters now defensively for the Bears. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect.
Here we go again. Here we go again. 53's the mic. 53.
On first down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The numbers for Beckham in last week's effort. 7 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown. And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. On 3rd down, Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage. And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you? Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon. Hey, right on cue. They set up the screen and complete it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They took your advice from a bit earlier, tried the screen, but that one, it was covered up pretty well. They did a nice job on it, but I still think it was the right idea. Probably just a block or 2 away from making it work. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. following the interception. Here's Prescott. Completes it to Davis. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. The 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, G. Tighten up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack, because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that, because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. He can run for it, and he will. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
56. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. 56.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Silver. Silver. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Now Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No. Here's Mahomes, and this is incomplete. Well,
2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
15. 56 to Mike. 56 to outside. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. 15. 56. Mike 50. 50. Yellow. 6. Yeah. You don't want none.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Let's go.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Montez Sweat, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He finds Tompkins complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. The try here for the extra point.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller. Defensive back. And touchdowns.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Mark 56. Mark 56. We got it. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. In for the score. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he is back at the 11-yard line. Tried to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. It's caught by OBJ. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here. Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's more on the return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now here's Mahomes. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Check 53's Mike.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Mahomes going to throw.
Well, they picked up the 1st down.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. As his guys are in for 6 as the Bears push further out in front. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive. They need points. Big time.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They will find Davis. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Prescott now. They'll let it go deep for Beckham, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to...
Ready to go as they take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Check. 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Being chased out left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the visiting Saints who were able to walk away with the road victory. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, a touchdown catch.
Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. Deuce.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. Odell Beckham Jr. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott yet again. He finds his target, Beckham. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. To draw a play like that successful.
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Mahomes now to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now on second and 13. Prescott. It's caught. Beckham. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Prescott now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And it's caught. Tompkins. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
I got you.
On first down, Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Prescott firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes flush to his right. And he's going to find his go-to man so far. That's Moore. That one good for 26 and a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the...
Let's go, boys. Bring it in.
A gain on the play. First down, Chicago.
Let's go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. You better be protected.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Let's go.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Second and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7th. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's got a first down and then some in midfield. Yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. From the red zone now, Prescott toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes, and down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And the Chicago Bears are in the end zone.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Detroit on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.